Good morning, CEs. TDA is recording this webinar and we will be sending it out to everyone via email. Before we begin, remember #6 to unmute your lines and *6 to mute. Okay, we're going to start with roll call. Do I have San Antonio on the line? And if yes, if you can say who's on the line. San Antonio Food Bank, are you all on the line?
Yes, we are.
Can you say who's on it?
Emily, Larson, and Janelli.
Central Texas Food Bank. Central Texas Food Bank. All right, Food Bank of the Rio Grande Valley. High Plains Food Bank.
Yep, we're here. Brandon Landelis, Minda Howland, Andrea Johnson.
Again, who is it? Brandon?
Yes, Aminda, Andrea, and Donovan Blair.
Brandon, Amanda, Andrea.
And Donovan Blair.
Okay. North Texas Food Bank.
Hi, yes, Jennifer Lavila.
Okay.
And Taylor Hannah.
Okay, thank you. Houston Food Bank.
Hey, it's Kara.
Hi.
It's Gilbert.
Is it just you on the line?
Sounds like Gilbert's there too.
Gilbert. Okay, Kara, Gilbert. South Plains Food Bank.
Good morning. It's Trini Jackson, Roxanne Ancida, and Erwin Ramirez.
Okay, thank you. South Texas Food Bank. South Texas Food Bank. Southeast Texas Food Bank. El Pasoans Fighting Hunger Food Bank.
Yeah, we're here. This is Robert.
Okay. Who else do I have on the line?
Just me.
I don't know.
Okay. East
Central
Texas
Texas Food Bank is also here.
Okay. Who do I have for Central Texas?
So many people. Elizabeth Pena, Elizabeth Barnes, Alex Schwimmer, Tanya Greeno, Gabe Ornalis.
Thank you. East Texas Food Bank.
Yes, we're here. It's just me, Kevin Ship.
Tim Butler's here as well.
Thank you, Tim and Kevin. And West Texas Food Bank.
I'm here. This is Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
And
Okay,
I
I'm
think
just gonna-
Autumn Bohannon and also Tony's on the call.
Thank you. Okay, again, do I have Food Bank of the Rio Grande Valley? South Texas Food Bank? Southeast Texas Food Bank? Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm glad that you all were able to get on the line today. Again, just remember the unmuting and muting. We're going to begin the training right now. It's CSFP food package changes. We have Corey De Leon and Alex Sines here from the Food Distribution Specialist, and John Charay and myself, who are the Program Specialists. Today's outline, John and myself, we will be talking about the food package changes, the food group changes, stakeholder communication, USDA toolkit, things to consider, and then the inventory management team will talk about October boxes, phasing out pack sizes, new things for CSFP, transfers, and our conference that is coming up in May. Okay. Everyone, are you able to see what's on the Skype PowerPoint on the screen? Does anyone have any issues hearing me or seeing what's on Skype? No? Okay. All right. So USDA memo, we sent this out earlier in the year. Corey just sent it out as an attachment today as well. It was sent February 22nd, 2019. Basically what it's saying is after a year-long process, the food package was created that better aligns with MyPlate dietary guidelines and the senior population. November 1st, 2019, so that's 2 months, we will begin the significant changes to include new nutritious food options. You will be seeing larger pack sizes of certain products being phased out, which will improve the flexibility and variety of the overall food package. It will provide more appropriate package sizes for smaller households, and it will eliminate the requirement to distribute certain products on a bi-monthly basis. And just to note, any prepackaged box created from the old guide rate needs to be distributed by October 31st. And this means any sites that also have any boxes left over by October 31st, they need to either be picked up from you all or distributed. So if any are left over, you will need to add or remove the contents to comply with this new CSFP guide rate beginning November 1st. During these next weeks and months, communication will be key. One, participants in the program should know the changes to their package. There is a one-pager that can be found in the USDA toolkit that will include these changes, and you can include in the new boxes, and we will discuss the USDA toolkit later on in the PowerPoint. Two, communicate these changes to your partner distribution agency so they know the changes are coming. Three, for those of you who store CE boxes or bags at your agencies or sites, please let them know that, again, beginning November 1st, all the boxes and bags will consist of new items. Again, anything that's left over by October 31st needs to be picked up, and you all will need to be distributing that new box with the new guide rate. The box or bag itself will change and look different, so communicating this will enable your partners to prepare. And also, you may want your volunteers, especially your frequent or returning volunteers, to be aware of these new changes. Above all else, CE staff involving CSFP must know these changes. Synergy between all of you all, from the ordering staff to warehouse and even program involved, should be paramount. And of course, communication with TDA staff, if you have any concerns or questions, is very important. So we'll begin talking about the food package changes. As you can see with this picture, the box that says until October 31st looks a little bit different from the one starting November 1st, 2019. Just by looking at it, you will notice more variety for the box starting on November 1st, 2019. The fruit and juice category will be combined into one food group within the new food package. One of the most significant changes to this category is the option to provide different combinations of these items. So the new rate allows for one juice, which is 64 ounces, and 3 units of fruit, which is 15.5 ounce, or 2 juices and 2 units of fruit. Raisins are also a new item that is available for this group. However, TDA has not ordered the raisins yet. If the item is to be ordered, it can be distributed as 1 juice and 2 units of fruit and 1 box of raisins, or 2 juices and 1 unit of fruit and 1 box of raisins. If you can please write this one down, this is TDA guidance. TDA is asking all of you all to distribute fruit and juice according to the rate on this slide. So for November 2019 through December 2019, please issue 2 fruit and 2 juices. For January through March 2020, please distribute 1 juice and 3 fruit. TDA will evaluate state inventories in March and issue guidance on how to distribute from April 2020 and forward. The only caveat would be if CEs need to distribute juice to avoid expiration. The vegetables category, this category, the CSFP box, have doubled in quantity. So canned soup is a new item added to the foods available list, and dehydrated potatoes have also been reintroduced. The new rate consists of 8 vegetables, which are 15.5 ounces, or soup at 10.5 ounces, or 6 vegetables or soup and 1 unit of dehydrated potatoes at 1 pound. And then the cheese category, there are no changes, so all the participants will continue getting the 2-pound block of cheese per month.
Oh, you might. I will continue from here. This is John Chire. A milk category. Unless any contracting entity has any old pack size of non-fat dry milk, the bi-monthly issuance of non-fat dry milk has been eliminated. So beginning November 1, you should not be distributing non-fat dry milk. The protein category. An additional unit of protein has been offered. So also you may choose to mix shelf-stable meat, poultry, and fish. So take note of the protein category, please. And then we'll move on to plant-based protein category. Please take note of the old and then the new, importantly. New items include canned beans and dry lentils. Peanut butter changed. Please note that the peanut butter has changed to 16-ounce size. Dry beans have changed to 1-pound size. Vegetarian beans changes. Vegetarian beans changes to this is part of this new category as well. The cereal category. Contracting entities may make cereal choices and grade as well. Please look at the pictures. These pictures will really help you know what what the new changes are beginning November 1. So please note, especially note the grade as well. Pasta category. Dehydrated potatoes are now issued in the vegetables category. So please note that the vegetable category now also includes dehydrated potatoes. Procurement, please. This is very important. Remember that November 1 is around the corner. That is in 4 weeks already. So please, you want to begin your procurement process for acquiring your CSFP packages as soon as possible. And what I mean by packages is the boxes, or some people use bags. Use the sample of the new food groups, and my understanding is that you've already received, right? The trucks have already started coming in. Yeah. So if you have some of the new food groups, it is good for you to use some of it to build your boxes, so you would have an idea what kind of packages you will need. But you want to begin the processes of procuring your boxes. Note also that, as I'm sure you all know, that the procurement is refundable. If you can file your claims for all the boxes and bags that you procure as well. Once you know exactly how your bag or box look like, contact your vendor and make your arrangements for your new boxes. CSFP administrative funding can be used for such procurement, as you all know. USDA toolkits. If you have viewed any of these webinars presented by USDA, and which I think most of you have, then you probably have seen this slide already with the website. If you were not able to view any of their webinars, visit this site and review the information and resources they have available. USDA created materials to communicate the upcoming changes to stakeholders involved with the program. They also have documents which will help program staff understand the changes to the food packages, which we will review in the next few slides. Our inventory specialists, Corey and Alex, are here, so they're going to continue this presentation with much more inventory information.
Hello, everyone. This is Corey. I will be going over this inventory management section. Christina kind of hit on this earlier, but any pre-made boxes were created with the old guide rate. They cannot be distributed starting November 1st. So if you have any leftover boxes after October distribution, you should get those boxes from your partner agencies if they're at partner agencies, or if you have someone on site, they have to be reconstructed to meet the guide rate for November 1st. And if you are a food bank that does advanced issuance, for example, if you are distributing November boxes in October, those November boxes must meet the new guide rate. So John kind of talked about this in a previous slide. USDA will be phasing out some pack sizes of items that were previously offered. For example, 25.6 ounce non-fat dry milk, that will now be a 12.8 ounce non-fat dry milk. The 2-pound dry beans will now be 1 pound dry beans. 18 ounce peanut butter will be 16 ounces. The 48 ounce rolled oat will be 18 ounce rolled oats. And the 2-pound bag of rice will now be a 1 pound bag of rice. So it's very important that if you still have some of these items on hand, that you incorporate them into the boxes first, so we can get rid of these old pack sizes. But what's really important is you pay attention to the distribution rates for the old pack size. As Christina mentioned in the email I sent out this morning, I attached USDA's policy memo, and if you look at attachment B, they indicate how you should distribute those old pack sizes or the larger pack sizes. So pay really close attention. You may have a mix already of the old and the new pack sizes. So when you are building your box, make sure that you're building according to the appropriate guide rates. Also wanted to talk about some things that will be new to CSFP. The FNS 153 template. Alex and myself are currently working on the template to reflect the changes that have occurred. For example, the fruit and the juice group, there were separate categories on the FNS 153 for a long time. We will combine those and combine the formulas to give us an idea of your months on hand inventory. So when you get the 153 in December for the November report, it will look different from those that you have previously. Trade mitigation. TDA is working with USDA to order a trade mitigation item, CSFP. This is a 30-ounce bag of dried cranberries. These will be added to the CSFP box as an additional item, not to replace any item in the current rate. We will keep you notified if we do order this product and when it comes in, so you have an idea of when to start incorporating it. Also, Alex and myself have been working on converting the paper form, the 1638, which is the USDA loss form, to an electronic form. We will be rolling this out very soon, and it is essentially a JOT form that you will fill out. You can fill it out online and submit it to us. And the reason we created this is it helps expedite the process of processing these claims, and also it helps us just maintain good records of these forms. I sent out an email a few weeks ago saying that if we have determined that you are responsible for a loss, that TDA will be collecting funds for losses over $500. So this is something that will be different this program year, and this change will be incorporated October 1st. So we are also working on converting the transfer form, which was a paper form that is still found on square meals. If you plan to do any USDA food transfer, whether it's CSFP, TFAP, trade mitigation, we are requiring that this form is completed. We're working on making it electronic, so it will cut back on having to send the form from one food bank to another and then to TDA. So we will notify you when this form is converted to an electronic form. Also, as a reminder, we want to have you all get in the practice of continually checking your best buy or expiration dates on CSFP products. And if you know that you cannot distribute that product before it expires, please contact Alex or myself as soon as possible so we can set up a transfer to try to get it to a food bank that can utilize it before the product goes bad. And this will be even more important because we will start collecting on those products that are lost. So anything that is past its expiration should not be distributed to CSFP clients, so it will be considered a loss. And in many instances, we would deem the food bank responsible if it did expire while in your warehouse. So please keep note of any items that you think you cannot use, and then let us know as soon as possible. And last but not least, I wanted to put a plug in for our conference that we will be having for the week of November 11th, May 11th, 2020. TDA will be hosting a conference here in Austin at the AT&T Center. And this conference will cover many of our nutrition programs and will include CSFP and TFAP, SFSP, CACFP, and NSLP. So we know many of the food banks participate not only in these household programs, but in the other nutrition programs offered through TDA as well. So if you can send a representative from your food bank to attend, we would greatly appreciate it. This conference will be training focused, so we are coming up with some topics right now to address at this conference. As a reminder, if you do send someone, expenses for this conference are allowable costs that can be put on your CSFP or TFAP claim for reimbursement. At this time, we will open it up for any questions that you may have. And as a reminder, we are recording this webinar, so just take note of that as you ask your questions.
Corey, this is Alec at Central Texas Food Bank.
Yes.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can.
Hey, we've got, current inventory, I haven't seen anything else coming in that's on the sales order summary list. We have currently 12,000 units of corn and, in the vegetable category and 6,500 spaghetti sauce, but those are the only thing we have of any vegetable quantity. So, we're going to be using up, either having to use a lot of similar product without much product variation, or what are we going to do? Are we going to be getting more product in that's not included on the sales summary? Same with the fruit, 47,000 cans of pears, but that's the only thing I have any quantity of. So, in addition to the juice, we're going to be tripling up on the pears to meet the new quota. All other categories look pretty good, but the vegetable and the fruit is we're going to need more product, and I don't see it on the sales summary.
Okay, I can get with our ordering team and have them send out an updated list of sales order that should be received by your food bank, and I will also let them know that to include more variety in what they are ordering. They have kind of changed up their ordering process a bit to account for the changes that are occurring with the food package. So there may be a little bit of a lag before we kind of get in our groove here on the ordering side because of the new guide rate changes. But a lot of these orders that you will be receiving over the next few months have been placed a few months ago. So as we start moving along, hopefully you'll see more variety and have enough inventory on hand to cover this new guide rate. But if you think that you will not have enough of a certain item, please let Alex or myself know as soon as you discover this. Hopefully it's at least a month in advance so we can work on setting up a transfer from another food bank. So any other questions?
Hi, Corey. It's Janelle with the San Antonio Food Bank.
Hi, Janelle.
Hi. I have a question in regards to trade mitigation dried cranberries. Do we have an estimated month of arrival for that product?
So we don't yet. This item is also being offered through TFAP, so I don't want you all to get confused between the trade mitigation cranberries that are coming in for TFAP.
Right.
We have to order these items a little bit differently, so we are working with USDA right now to kind of figure out how we're going to get these dried cranberries into Texas, but we'll keep you updated on when they should arrive. Right now, we don't have an estimated time of arrival.
And will that be considered a part of the fruit and juice category?
No, it will be considered as an extra item onto the food package.
And then,
Corey?
Hello?
Yes.
And then as far as the F&S, is it going to have its own little section as well?
Yeah, we'll probably include it on the F&S 153 as well.
Okay. This is Amanda from High Plains. We have like 300, a little over 300 of dry milk left in the old dry milk. My dry milk month was last month, so do you want us to try to get rid of the dry milk this month? Because it'd be going against like the CSFP rules, but we'd be getting rid of the dry milk. What's better?
Yeah, so you would distribute the dry milk according to the guide rate. So if you did distribute last month to everyone, you'd skip this month, and then you would distribute again next month. Distribute next month according to that attachment B on that memo that I sent you, until you use up all of that old pack size.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
This is Kevin with East Texas.
Hey, Kevin.
Is there a deadline for phasing out the pack sizes? Did I miss that?
No, we haven't set a deadline to do that because everyone's inventory is a little bit different. But try to incorporate those old pack sizes as soon as possible to try to get them depleted from your inventory.
All right, gotcha. Thanks.
Mhm. Any other questions? If there are no other questions, we will go ahead and conclude today's webinar. If anything comes up after we send this webinar out, we have recorded it. You can always shoot an email to any of us here, myself, Alex, John, or Christina, and we can get you an answer. So thank you everyone for signing in. And again, we will be sending out this webinar to everyone very soon.